party people? Woo! It's the last week of school, and this is your final and last read aloud with Miss Ellis for all of second grade. So sad, but so exciting all at the same time because you've made it, which is why we party. So today I'm going to read you a story about the last day of school, and your job at the end will be to write down how you think you will feel on the very last day of school, which is Thursday, and then how you think teachers feel on the very last day of school with our empty classrooms after we've said our final goodbyes. So stick around, enjoy my story. Make sure you write those answers down, post them on Instagram, and tag us at Cumberland MMPS so I can repost them and share all those beloved feelings and party with the rest of our friends. So enjoy my story. Thanks for coming, and happy Tuesday. All right, welcome to Last Day Blues, written by Judy Danneberg and illustrated by Judy Love. I want you to pay really close attention to the illustrations in this book because they are comical. On the Monday morning before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell took attendance. She sighed as she called out the last name. "I'm going to miss all of you," she said. The kids nodded in agreement. "I'm going to miss my friends," said Shannon. "I'm going to miss Daisy," said Dan. "I'm going to miss chocolate milk and pizza for lunch," said Joe. Everyone felt a little blue thinking about the last day of school, even Daisy. That afternoon during recess, the students talked as they hung out on the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell said she's going to miss us," said Alexandra, swinging from a bar. "We should get a present to cheer her up," said Eddie, hanging upside down by his knees. "But what could they get her?" "I could give her the rest of my sandwich. It's my mom's bologna special," said Josh. "Or a coffee cup. Or a new pin, the kind with feathers and beads." The students thought and thought, but they couldn't come up with one single idea that they all agreed on. "We'll think of something tomorrow," Eddie assured everyone as they lined up at the drinking fountain. "You want to eat that bologna sandwich?" On the Tuesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell read the final page in their last read-aloud book. "I'm going to miss circle time," said Mrs. Hartwell. "I'm going to miss science," said Emily. "I'm going to miss seeing Mrs. Hartwell wear her safety goggles during science," said Jack, giggling. And so, before they got too sad, Mrs. Hartwell put on her safety goggles one last time, just for fun. "We definitely need to cheer Mrs. Hartwell up," said Andy during recess as he jumped off a swing. "Any ideas about a present?" Eddie asked. "Nope," they all answered back. On the Wednesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell brought in her super duper sugar cookies with extra frosting. "I'm going to miss snack time, but I can't wait for barbecues at the pool," said Jack. "I'm going to miss recess, but I can't wait to play hide and seek outside after dinner," said Alexandra. "I'll miss school, but I can't wait for summer vacation," said Josh. The class discussed their summer plans and drowned their last day blues with another round of milk and cookies. This is exactly what I want you to go and do after our story is finished. You're going to draw a picture of your summer plans, post it to Instagram so we can share everything. "I don't know whether to be happy or sad today," Andy said in the minute they all arrived in the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell is sad," said Olivia. "She probably doesn't want the year to end." "While we're swimming, she'll be reading her old lesson plan," said Walker. "And while we're playing, she'll be trying to remember fun times we had this year," said Dan. And that's when an idea zip, zapped, and zinged through Eddie's brain. "I know exactly what will cheer her up," Eddie said, jumping down from the jungle gym. The class agreed. It was perfect. On the Thursday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Eddie raised his hand right after Mrs. Hartwell started language arts. "We need some privacy, please," he said. And so Mrs. Hartwell took down the bulletin boards with her back to the class. She never even peeked. Well, only once. On the morning of the Friday, that was the Friday, that was the last day of school, the students dashed into the classroom. They snapped open the shades for the very last time. They did their chores for the very last time. They fed Daisy for the very last time. And as soon as the bell rang, they couldn't wait for Mrs. Hartwell to see her present for the very first time. What do you think it is? The last day of school makes us so blue. We'll miss recess and pizza and reading too. We'll miss Daisy and cookies and friendship true. Snack time and science and learning new. We'll miss spelling bees for our test review and groundhogs that play peekaboo. This year's been great, a big wahoo! But there are many things to miss, it's true. But mostly what we'll miss is you. How sweet. And everyone signed it. I love it so much. They're so thoughtful. Later on during recess, Eddie said, I think Mrs. Hartwell liked her present. I just hope it helps, Margaret said. Poor Mrs. Hartwell. They all said sadly as they pictured their final goodbye. Teachers must hate the last day of school. Look at all the teachers crying. And then it was time. The bell rang. Goodbye, the students called as they all rushed out the door. Goodbye, Mrs. Hartwell called after them. And then she returned to her empty classroom. It's just you and me, Daisy, she said. I'm sure going to miss them this summer. This is the best part. But I can't wait for vacation. Look at all the teachers. We're really sad, but then we party. The end. There's Mrs. Hartwell on vacation. Thank you so much for joining us in our very last read aloud. I am very sad that our last day of school is coming up this Thursday, but go ahead and finish that Tuesday assignment. Go draw your summer plans and post them to Instagram so we can all share our final goodbyes. Love you all. Thanks for joining. Bye now.